the way it leans a great deal by how Cloud9 come out on this map. We know this is a stronghold for Sentinels. We know this is a good map for Sentinels. How does Cloud9 fare against that? Because you've got footage now. You can go over the VOD, you can watch this back, you can see what they do. I want them to have a bit of a plan in mind. So for me, I think the pressure a little bit does fall on Cloud9 to be able to handle the Sentinels on map 1. It's now Tens could be a game changer. He could slice this in half, or he gets the timing wrong and gets found by
Living up
Sick.
to the hype as we take a look at Dapper. He's going to be easing out into the A site. And with just 3 defenders left, you know the Sentinels can go wherever they want. Dapper's going to make it just 2 defenders left. The spike's going to go down over at B. Dapper just drawing all the attention.
I see this being very tricky, especially with the post-plant positioning coming out. They are dedicated towards the site, but they've got that swing of Omen over towards the halls, and they're going to have to isolate him first, but time it's ticking, and Six having none of it. This is a lovely beginning here.
The pistol. Headshot or nothing. We'll see if Tens can continue to work his magic. First opportunity, and he is instantly cut down by Zombs, who just charges up the gut.
They're so confident on these ghosts. It's ridiculous, Zombs. The nation's watching, and he does at least get 2, and Sick being the support. That's beautiful. Shazam, good utility work. This is quite a risky hit. They might go for the dry peek once that smoke dissipates, or walk the smoke. It looks like that's going to be the case. This could catch off Cloud9, but no. Tens is way too aware for that.
And that's the most important kill. You took out Sick, who had the resurrect. Sinatra's here to trade. Zombs is going to answer back on Vice, but it's Relics holding strong through short A, and it's a big defensive
Tens is
stand.
actively trying to get the information on this, and so far so good until then. Shinobi going down opens up the site, and uh-oh, it's unraveling. Tens has to try and hold on to this.
Tens was able to get Shazam. Sick there with the instant res. And now Tens is deciding, do I go ahead and updraft? Do I tell my teammates I can? Well, the peak is coming from above, and Tens somehow turns and punishes Sinatra. The first 1v1 we see, Sinatra had the first bullets in him, but Tens gets the flick.
A retake time? What do we have here? We've got the Jet, we've got Omen's got a lot of utility too. They could try and base it off the back of maybe something coming in. Oh, the dry peek from Tens. A little too early, going ahead of the smokes and the utility, but Sick's gonna punish him so quickly, and now they're all pouring in from the same angle pocket. This might be over. I don't know if they can do this one back now.
Yeah, this is tough. We have seen teams back in the tight corner. He is gonna hear some of the jumps
Mid-fight.
and make the call.
There it
Big
is.
pick
Mitch
from
does
Mitch.
well. That's exactly what you need. He doesn't need to overpeak now. He needs to hold the angle, maybe a deeper one, allow the play to come through from his teammates like Tens. He's waiting for the moment. Sova's baiting for him, tries to get the attention, but by now, look at where the T-side, attacking side of Sentinels is going. They've isolated off the Omen. Relics would have to walk through his own smoke here, which he's going to do. Catching off Sick, but the trade comes back in from Zombs, so the spike can be planted at B. We saw a very similar piece coming out on the attacking side from the Sentinels before, but it's retake time, and it's very viable now.
Mitch just earned his res, and he is going to instantly use it. So they've got the numbers. What will they be able to do? All pushing through the middle together. It's just a Cypher and the Omen back on site. And no smokes up right now. Zom's going to try and be the one to help out his teammate here. The Cypher playing the tight corner, but it's going to be Zombs now isolated on the site as Dapper peeks. He's got the right timing, and that's all 3 lining up for him. They want to take the short-range fights, just pistols. The big one, though, on Tens. Will he find a Sheriff headshot?
You can't take them too lightly, especially in these players' hands, but for now, Zom's doing work. Nicely played. Sinatra clearing up. They're keeping it clean. They're not letting any of these potential threats come through. You want to keep your economy high and ensure the opponents don't steal a gun away. They don't, maybe make some money. Sinatra could be caught off. The cape gives it away, and Mitch is going to get that nicely. So you can see the instant trade wanted. It's deep smokes. This pressure, they've got to know someone's pushed up middle. They've worked it out. Shazam feels the pressure now. Going to get at least a little bit of a clear towards the corner. Swings on it, but does he expect potentially 3 players? It doesn't matter. He isolates.
We'll see if any ultimates will come through on a retake attempt. Relics in the back, waiting for the flank, and there is Zom. So at least one player in the site. Rest backing into main, and Sinatra still holding from hell.
Oh, Sick on the angle there. Gonna punish Tens. A nice attempt, but Six now in trouble. Can't see too much. Shazam's got his back, trying to trade effectively. Cage goes down, and Relic says hello. That's huge, but still, you've got Dapper alive, and after that last clutch, I ain't gonna doubt him. Sentinels continue again. This is hard for Cloud9. I actually feel kind of bad for them. They're struggling here. Nice work from Dapper again.
Pistols versus assault rifles all day. Vice had a Sheriff, but it's not big enough. Sinatra is going to power his way through with Zoms.
Like the smoke comes in to block off short on A. It isolates the 2 players on the site, and I think they're going to go off the back of this, but look at Jet. Tucked away in that cubby, could do some work.
And Zoms maybe popping the ultimate here as the Omen trying to just distract, but it's going to be his teammates getting run down in the middle. Sinatra's able to trade out one and pops the ultimate. He saw multiple players on the site. Can he finish these kills? Both the Omen and Cypher weak, and Relics will go down. Now the counter ult from Shinobi. Got him pinned in wide, but unable to connect. So Sinatra surviving, and that is going to be enough to break onto A. Mitch, operator, in hand, finds Zoms as they try and retreat. So I thought just as Sinatra was going to push through, Mitch gets an angle, and now this is a way more interesting 1v1 with plenty of time left on the clock for the attacker Sinatra.
All right, let's see what Sinatra does. A 1v1. For HP is pretty decent. He's still got a little bit of utility. And on the other side, they still... I wonder if they stick with the op. And of course... If you are Mitch, you can't be the first one to rotate on this. You got to wait out patiently until you hear that spike being planted. So for now, Sinatra hasn't been called upon this game, I feel. Instantly on towards the owl drone, see if the player did rotate early, if they were close. This should give them a little bit of time to feel safer in these post plants. Look for that early information. Does he spot him? Might have seen him towards CT. I think he has. And Sinatra going through all that utility bucket. This is going to be tough for the play back in from Cloud9.
All right, Mitch has got the operator, though. One bullet to the body is going to give you the kill, and he actually swapped it out to a Phantom on the rotation. So Sinatra caught peek in the wrong direction, didn't want to play Sentinels. Cloud9 aware of it. Will they be able to trade? One of the issues with this comp is you really just have the paranoia to flash. And a good tripwire is going to slow the push. Rogue's getting aggressive, goes up over the wall from Stick. They're not going to see this coming, but Shazam is there to punish. Spike has been located, and here comes the rotation.
Yeah, it's down to Vice to try and buy some time. He just about takes down Sinatra. Nice pop on the ult. Maybe gets that last bit of info. How much time does he have? Not enough. Dapper there on the swing. Tens and Shinobi, though, know what's coming on. And now we're down to Shazam to try and do the damage. A 1v2 ain't going to be easy trying to bait it away. Tries to do what he can. Shinobi.
Weakness. Here comes an aggressive paranoia, and Tens is going to work on top of it. 3K to kick that round off. A big start here for C9. Now they're starting to build that confidence.
Tens is nuts. Where's that guy been the whole time? I guess you can't throw it out every round, but they have no play back towards the spike, so they've got to try and approach from another angle. And maybe Tens just wants it all for himself. That's his fourth this round. And he might just find the final player. He knows that the Dapper's been playing on this side. He's going for it. He can't quite connect on that shot he needed. But that's the power of Tens.
And also credit to Relics there. Everyone was paranoid at A. Everybody. Here comes Dapper. Okay. Taking 2-3 guns off. This round is not done yet. 1v1. Vice versus Dapper. Yeah, Vice can just bait this one out. He's seen the spike. He's holding the angle. And now you're peeking with a Spectre. That is confident.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a goer, isn't it? They've left the B site completely. They've stacked up in middle, and surely Shazam has just seen all of that. So this should spur on the hit. It does. Here comes Dapper leading the way, trying to clear out the site. Sinatra does find Vice, but by now, the revive comes back in as the trade was there for Mitch, and Mitch is just on patrol here, not allowing people to cross cleanly towards the site.
It's the final round of the half. Could be playing this one slow to go for the resurrect, but Tens isn't slowing down by any means. Out comes the jet ult, and the daggers come flying. Mitch looking for more. It's Tens who's going to get his second, and there we go. 3 kills for each players and the defuse. But we'll see what they're able to do now on the defense. Cloud9, remember, 7-5 in the group stages on their attack. Will they get that early momentum and win the pistol game? 6 says no, and how good has this man been in the pistol rounds? Last time he opened up with the first 2 picks, same thing.
Kind of trouble. Relics, oh, the timing couldn't have been worse. Vice there, trying to do what he can. Finds Zoms. Relics goes back in. Vice just, ooh, Sinatra does go down as well. This is suddenly very, very possible. What a...
And you got Sick playing around the corner with Dapper. Sick's gonna make some noise picking up
information for free, so here we go. Gonna spot the first, but can they control the hit now coming through? Tens is right there, but Tens goes down. Nice control from Zoms. 3 is exemplary, but there are still players around that could cause problems. 15 HP ain't a great deal.
Vice is able to pick up 2. Round's not over yet. Now it's gonna be so tough. Last man standing. Relics is gonna fall. Spike's already going down, but Dapper will find Vice. Spike planted. 4 attackers left. What can Tens do from the top? There's his first. Sick is pushing through the smoke, and he's just dropped down. So they're going to force the pressure from the top. Instantly, the Owl drone is going to be cut down. And Shinobi holds strong. On the flank, though, it's Zombs. Tens answers back. Good round so far for the attackers. And with just Odin is just constantly spraying over at the B bomb site while Shazam snuck his way up to the middle and it's going to find the first pick on Relic's catwalk. Shinobi has him in the corner, but won't be able to finish him with the shot. Still holding mid while everyone else is pushing through, and there's the first stinger removed in the hands of Zombs. Shinobi about to get a lot more information. They'll be able to shut the door, and they know all 3 are going to be pushing from the same direction. One player up top, though, is it's Sinatra on the rotation with the Odin, finds 10. Shazam now gets his 3rd and 4th kill. What a play. The duo of Shazam and Sinatra getting the job done.
They're very tucked in on the sides. They want some aggression towards A. There's a player on the other side. They outdo him, though. And Sinatra outplays Mitch, and that's unfortunate. That's a little bit
early in the round, but you got to keep your eyes on Tens. Anytime he has this jet ult up, he is able to do damage. There's the first. Gets the instant reload. Down goes the second, and finds the third. Tens. 3 means that he will be able to get this plant off, and with just 2 defenders left, they're going to be in trouble going up against one of the best jets in the game, but a single bullet will cut him down.
No pressure, Tens. Watching this cross. He gets one more. It's got to be done. They've got to be so aware of this angle. There it is. Execution towards Dapper. And you can see Zombs trying to bait it out, but Tens isn't falling for anything. As an individual, even on no HP, he is still operating at such a high level. Zombs does find him. How much time was bought? A great deal. I think Zombs knows it's now or never. Good random choice towards Shinobi, but he's got to move fast here, fuck it.
I have no idea where this player is in Shinobi. Tens are pushing through.
It's got to be. Tens is aggressive. He knows he can outdo him on the site, and he's done just that. Trying to play this back in is going to be beyond difficult. Shazam with just the ghost, though, going to shut down Tens. That's a gun recovered and then some. Now, Spike should be able to be planted. It is. It's down. It's retake time again for the Sentinels, but Cloud9, decent post plants it.
We've been talking about ultimates. The Jet ult was so good last round, but Shazam has been on point with his Breach ultimate. The Rolling Thunder could totally throw off everyone on site. Going to force a player out. Perfect cage timing, though, as you're going to see Vice buying time. And I think it's all going to be based off of how Shazam plays. Here it comes.
That's huge. That's really big. Sinatra in compliment as well. Find Shinobi. Vice doing what he can, but it's down to 1. Mitch tucked in the corner, but time is ticking. He just has to buy time, but they're trying to stick the defuse here. Dapper is on patrol, but he's got no HP. Mitch is good for 1. He comes off the defuse. Is there time?
You gotta have.
I don't know if there is. It's going to be so close. No. Beautifully played by Mitch to buy.
It's been a fun tournament to watch, and definitely one of the most exciting finals we could ask for.
Why am I seeing ghosts in the kill feed? Excuse me? There we go. Thank you. Thanks for... Don't make me nervous. Don't make me nervous. Sinatra, stop it. Don't do this.
They're not going to do it,
Cloud9, don't throw this one. We don't throw these. We do not throw these rounds.
There's the res. They still got the guns against just a sheriff and a ghost. Smoke out from Tens. Perfect placement there, as Dapper won't be able to get any sights. A quick peek, though, from Sinatra finds Tens, and all of a sudden, this is trouble again. They have Spike. They can go anywhere on the map they want. Instead, they're trying to force this one into B. Sinatra down to 2 HP. And he is so good at delaying. Does he know the Sage is directly above him, though? Mitch has his location and has him dead to rights. All right,
but look
2v1.
at this flank. Oof, I'm nervous. I'm nervous this has come down this far. It should be fine. It should be Cloud9's round. I think Mitch might have a good idea. Just backs away from the timing. So both of them know what's up. Dapper just about evading detection. Creeping back in. He's found Shinobi. Oh my word. 8 bullets to play with unless he hits that reload. And the Sage cowering at the back, trying to play the time. Mitch has to be smart, on point, and he is. Dedicated towards the angle. Mitch, don't let it slip, but...
And of course, Sinatra on the other side, you heard him. Using his shock bolts. Trying to lay down some early damage, but he misses wide.
Okay, patience being shown here.
Now you know. And this is where the Odin is so good.
What is that aim from Sinatra?
Full health. Tens, just 24 HP. 1 bullet will take him down. Sentinels are stacking up. Everyone pushing from the same side, and Dapper and Shazam are going to power their way through the first two. Final player in the back, it's Relics. It's a Bulldog. It's a Dream versus 4. He stalled, but not long enough. He did it yesterday against Homeless. They did it against every team they've played on this map from the streams I was watching in Ten's point of view.
All right, Tens, we've seen this before. The smoke, one more comes in. He gets up close and personal. This time just pops it straight up and down. Looking around, looks towards heaven. He finds one. Tens is looking good on this. And there's another victim. Tens is so damn good in these rounds. But Spike's not gone down here, Puckett. There's still dangers aplenty.
I don't know how he does it. He is so consistent. Definitely the most efficient player with a Jet ultimate. Now, he may have to bait a teammate or two here, but expect him to be good for the right click. And down goes the wall. Tens is going to punish Zoms. Don't you reload at me, boy. Doesn't have his up trap, so he's going to have to play low ground here. But what should have been a round for the Sentinels, the Jet, a superhero, is going to keep 4 up for the attackers with 2 defenders probably keeping their guns.
Tens is just a goddamn game changer.
Okay,
this guy.
Sinatra.
He's okay. Sinatra's he's not out of it. But the time's not going to allow much more. They can cost him.
Right.
But the round's theirs, no matter which way you want to cut this.
Successful than I expected.
I think this is just your every day of the week 3-2 split for now. There goes Omen's utility, trying to set up the plays through short, and now let's see what Shazam can do. Plenty of utility, but it's Zoms to succeed against Mitch and Shinobi, but 10 still stands, and that means there's always a threat around.
I know exactly.
Out comes the Cypher ult. Good recon dart coming in from Sinatra, though, is going to give some information to the defenders. Now, Shazam is trying to set this one up with some bursts through the wall. Force players into his teammate. As Sinatra is pinching from the opposite side, Shazam is doing the damage himself. Hens versus Shazam, and the duo again holding it down. And do you remember last time with the Rolling Thunder? That is the attempt again on the retake, but this time Shazam cut down. Sinatra did find Tens. And with the Sheriff, he could have had a second one here. Nice trade as his teammate was backing him up. That was sick, but both players now down on site. Spike is going to go down any moment. This is going to be up to Dapper working with his Omen. And what can they get done? Dapper taking down Tens as the res comes in from Mitch. Dapper's still clean so far. And that's a great paranoid.
This is not looking too good if you're Cloud9. These post plants have to hold, and Zoms already finds Shinobi. There's still one standing. And around the world we go. Look, who's buying time? It's the other Omen. They've readjusted. Zoms is none the wiser, but can they do... He's holding it. Just gets off the defuse. Relics, well played to Relics there. So well handled. He took himself away from the site. Crazy plays. Tens pops the ult. They're all looking for those opening picks, but no one's giving it away just yet. Relics finds Shazam, and suddenly it's looking pretty good for OT if they keep going this way.
Dapper on your screen with a terrible weapon for this range, but he is going to make it work. That is Stinger taking down Relics. Out comes the knives, though. Tens finds one. Can't finish off Sick, and Sick is going to make that one count.
It's a 2v3. It's not over yet. Sick needs to do more, and he's done just that. One towards Mitch.
Wow.
The second again. This is 3 now for him. He finds a third on Vice. And it all falls down to the final man standing, Shinobi. In the 1v2, he's full HP, decent armor. They've got the good read here, Puckett. They know where he is. He won't... Surely he doesn't get a free spike plant? Or do they play purely for this retake? They're getting close. They want to end this one now.
In-game leader for Cloud9 will be outgunned by Zoms, and that will do it. Sentinels lock up map number 1, 13-11, way closer than we saw in the group stages. And if this first map is any indicator, this grand finals is gonna be so tight.
That's huge. Again, most people coming into this would argue, yeah, this is the Sentinels map. It's a really good map for them. If they got the right side of the knife, they would have probably doubled up on it. They would have probably wanted this twice. But a 13-11, you can't ask for anything more. Sure, OT, maybe, but what a great, great map to start this one off with.
Taking a look at the numbers, Tens, of course, impressing, especially when they don't have any weapons. 25 and 23 on the other side. Sinatra, Shazam holding strong. Zoms gets to 22, 21 from Dapper.